um, BridgeMaster. And I called this the BridgeBase Online's dirty little secret on how to get better fast. And every time I mention BridgeMaster to people, like it even used to be 50 cents or 25 cents per 30 minutes that you had access to it. It's now completely free. But it was a big bargain at 50 cents per 30-minute access. And I would say to people, do you know that about this BridgeMaster thing on BBO? They go, oh, yeah, I know about that. I practice with it. People aren't practicing with this. It's a great tool. And I want to show you how it works. I'm going to tie it in with the theme of not pulling trump. I went through and fished out 2 problems from BridgeMaster that are don't pull trump hands. We'll talk about how to count tricks here. So a lot of stuff to hit here. If you go to your initial BBO screen, all right, that's the screen that you get when you start BBO. You will notice that one of your options is practice, and that's what this is. It's a practice tool. And your third option is BridgeMaster. And you can see I've successfully passed deal 1 and 2 on the beginner level. You can select whatever level you want. Okay, they have beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, world class. They have so many deals here, so many deals on so many themes. And you know, if you just set yourself up to go in here and do 1 problem a day, you could knock out the first 2 levels and be a much better bridge player by September. That's 1 deal a day. So let me show you how this works. Let's say that we select deal A3, okay, because here we go. Okay, great. I had it on intermediate instead of beginner. It was beginner A3. Okay, so we get to 7 spades. And again, same speech. We play 4 spades to make 7. We play 6 spades to make 7. We play 5 spades to make 7. If somehow we're playing 1 spade, we play it to make 7. You take as many tricks as you can. Here's the counting tricks part. We have 6 spades. We have the ace king of hearts is 8. We have the ace king of clubs is 10. And we have the ace king of diamonds for 12. Okay, and I'm not seeing anywhere else on this hand that I could possibly get extra tricks as far as setting up a suit or high cards. Like, we might be able to set up that club suit, but how in the world are we going to get to it? Okay, so the only other place to look for tricks is if I have a side suit in my hand, and by my hand, I guess I should more clearly say the hand with more trump. Okay, I have 6 trump, dummy has 2. But what I've been granted here is a side suit of hearts that has more cards than the dummy. Anytime that's the case, the sirens ought to be going off that we can create extra tricks by roughing. And, you know, we just play the ace king of hearts and we rough a heart, and that's 13 tricks. Okay, so this one isn't too bad, right? We play the ace of spades, we play the ace of hearts and the king of hearts, and we rough a heart, and we come to the diamond, and we pull the trumps, right? Easy. We've got all winners in our hand at this point. And the computer's just playing their cards basically the best way they could to potentially defeat you if you play the contract wrong. So we get to the end, and we ought to get some celebration, some type. Okay, yeah, I get a star, contract made. Let's go back and do this the wrong way. So instead of doing that boring thing of counting tricks, yes, the computer plays double dummy. The computer is going to take advantage of any misstep you make. And the deeper you get into the problems, the closer to like the expert level, the more they will punish you for anything you do wrong. So this is designed to sharpen up your technique. Okay, if you're doing anything sloppy, it's going to exploit it. And that's exactly what we want. So instead of counting tricks, watching people play the hands, I'm afraid that the declare play algorithm goes like this. And I asked the question today about why are people pulling trump so fast? And I guess I agreed with the answer. It's because when you first start playing bridge, one of the first things you hear is get the kids off the street. Okay, pull the trump. And I think that everybody's algorithm goes something like this. Okay, cool. I'm going to win the first trick and I'm going to pull trump. Okay, they had 5. Let's see. They've each followed twice. Okay, one more. Got the trumps pulled. Whew. And now they decide what to do. And that's, you're down 1 at this point. There's no place to park that 2 of hearts. If your algorithm is broken such that you think that you have to pull trump, like that's the first step in your program. That's not the first step in the program. I would challenge you to actually flip that and say, before I pull any amount of trump, I've got to ask myself, do I need the short side trumps to create extra tricks? And one of the first places you would look is, do I have a side suit that contains a loser and that's longer than the length in the dummy? Yes, I have 3 hearts here, 2 hearts in the dummy. Hey, they gave me that doubleton for a reason. It's because I can create an extra trick by roughing in the shorthand. You always create extra tricks by roughing in the shorthand. And if you do this, right, at the end, it's going to gong you. And let's say, you're stuck on this hand. I can't figure out what's going wrong or how to make this hand. Well, check this out. There's a show solution button on the left side. And this is super cool. It will show you the hand, right? And it will walk you through exactly what's going on. Okay. West trump lead is won by South. South's only possible loser is the 2 of hearts. Blah, blah. North's remaining trump can be used to take care of South's 2 of hearts. South should immediately ace king of hearts and rough a heart. So there's always the option to go to the movie that will show you exactly what's going on the hand. There's 5 different skill levels. There's somewhere between 30 and 90 deals or something for each level. Like you can't run out of problems on this. And it will sharpen your game so much in exactly the area where you can be picking up the most match points. Like learning fancy bidding conventions is not where you're going to pick up the most match points. Being more careful about taking all your tricks and having sound logic behind your bidding. Like notice the difference between fundamentals and logic and fancy conventions. You need the logic part. You need the trick taking part. The convention part is nice, but the other 2 areas are where you're going to get a lot of meat off the bone. And really all this overreaction to people pulling trump prematurely is it's for 2 reasons. A, it's a big problem just from looking at results. And B, I'm still stuck on that hand where declare had 4 small diamonds and the dummy had ace king third of diamonds from last week that I actually made a video on not pulling trump about. It was just amazing to me. Table after table in the open game, pulled trump, and then worried about what to do with the diamond loser later. You can't afford to do that. You've got to form a plan before you start touching the trumps. So one more time, I challenge you to reverse your thinking on pulling trump. Instead of get the kids off the street immediately, is it possible that I need the shorthands trumps for something? I need to convince myself that I absolutely don't need them. Once I do that, or once I take care of my business, then I can pull trump. Okay, so reverse your thinking on that. All right. And now let's go to the featured presentation, which is